Veins. Let's talk about arteries and veins. So first of all, whether it is artery or vein, either it is artery or vein, we have some common points that we need to see here. Either it is artery or vein, we can see three layers. Tunica externa, tunica media, tunica externa, tunica media, and tunica interna. There are three basic layers you'll find here: tunica externa, tunica media, and tunica interna. Okay, so I'll show you that particular artery first, then after we'll compare with that what is the outer layer? Tunica externa, as I said, tunica externa. The tunica externa of the artery contain both collagen fibers and elastin fibers. Tunica externa of artery contain both collagen fibers and elastin fiber because it need to be show some elasticity. That's why it is having both collagen and elastin. Okay. Next layer, tunica media. Tunica media. Innermost layer, we can say here, tunica media. The tunica media of this particular artery is having smooth muscle. What do you think? So it require more muscles or less muscles? More, because contraction happening here only. Tunica media is having more muscles. Smooth muscles are present and more amount of muscles are present here. Smooth muscles are in large amount. Okay, next, innermost layer we can say, innermost layer we can call tunica interna or endothelium of the blood vessel. We usually say so many times endothelium, inner layer, we call it as endothelium. Okay, so we say it as endothelium. Wait, let me make little bit narrow. Smooth muscles. Let me, we need to make little bit narrow that arteries that I have to make it out. I am doing because in compare with the veins, lumen of artery is comparatively narrow. Can you say why? Yeah, that require pressure, that need pressure, to create pressure, we can say. Okay, so tunica interna, tunica interna. So tunica interna we call endothelium. Tunica interna, endothelium. Endothelium, which is nothing but simple squamous epithelium. Okay, so that's it. Tunica externa. Along with this, we can say here in the artery, in the tunica media, two special elastic laminae are present. Not required, not required. In case when you go to MBBS, it will come. Two elastic laminae, rubber bands are present to create more elasticity. Along the length in the longitudinal manner, we'll find this particular two elastic laminae. Just for information we are showing here. Okay, so let me go with the veins. Let me discuss about the veins. So first of all, as usual, we can say tunica externa, tunica layer, tunica externa is present. Okay. So a layer called tunica externa is present. Then after that, we need to go with tunica media. Tunica media, comparatively less muscles are present here. In case of tunica media, if you see, we'll find less amount of smooth muscles are present. And then the layer tunica interna as well. Tunica interna. So with these, we can write some differences, isn't it? And in this case, tunica externa. Let me write here. This is tunica externa. In tunica externa, more amount of collagen fibers are present, less in elastin. So more amount of collagen. Why to confuse? Only I am writing collagen fibers. Okay. Next, tunica media. Smooth muscles as usual present here, but you might have already observed over in the diagram that less amount of smooth muscles are present here in compare with the arteries. And next, the innermost layer is tunica interna. Innermost layer, tunica interna. And as usual, endothelium of the blood vessel, we can see here. Innermost layer is simple squamous. Chalo. What is this? Lumen, cavity of the blood vessel. Cavity of the blood vessel. Lumen, we can say here. Then in this particular, so first one is artery, transverse section of artery. And the second one, the transverse section of vein. Okay. So that's it. Artery and vein. That makes the difference here. So this is transverse section of artery. And this is the transverse section of vein. Okay. So this is about differences with due respect to the layers. Tunica externa and tunica media and tunica interna. Okay. With due respect to the layers, these are the layers. Okay. Any doubt here? Yeah, by looking towards that particular vessel, that whether lumen is wide or narrow, you need to answer here whether it is artery or vein. Okay, so as already I said to you, but let me say you back again. When we discuss about artery, it will come like this. First of all, those who are coming from the heart is called aorta. Okay, then that means bigger vessel. Next, after that, we can use a word called artery. Then after that, we can use a word called arteriole. And then after, we can use a word called capillary. Okay. So we'll have capillaries. Next, after that, in the same way, we need to say here, first of all, what we'll get? Venules will get. Then after, veins will get. Then after, vena cava. Then after, vena cava. Let me label this for back again for you. Let me label this that we learned. So, this is aorta. Branches of aorta, we can say artery. Then after that, arterioles. We can see arterioles. Okay, next, capillary. Capillary is completely made up of simple squamous epithelium. It contains only tunica interna. Only tunica interna. Tunica interna only. Okay, next. Venule. Then vein. Then vena cava. Then vena cava. Just to remember here. Okay. So this is the starting point. Who is coming out from the heart? Arteries are coming. Very good. Left systemic aorta. Who is going to the heart? So in that way, what we can say here, arteries beginning is artery and veins ending is, arteries beginning is heart and veins ending is heart. So where does the arteries are ending? You see here, where the capillaries, you can see capillaries at body part. So that means here arteries begins at heart, ends at body parts. Veins begins at body parts, ends at heart. Just keep that all the things. Now we are going to write differences between the artery and vein. Let us write the differences between the artery and vein. So many differences we are seeing. Enough good number of differences we are seeing now. I hope with your help we can make it out. So artery and then vein. Artery and vein. You might have observed over any medical book you take here, even our textbook. They show always veins with blue color and arteries with red color. Yeah, that's a protocol. It doesn't mean like so. It has like they are like that, but that's a protocol here. Started from here. The coming days in MBBS also you'll find the same. Okay, so let's start. Arteries. So what we said about tunica externa in arteries? It contains Both collagen fiber and elastin fiber. Okay. Next, what about tunica externa in veins?
Only collagen.
Yeah, collagen fibers are present. Only collagen fibers. Okay. Next, what about tunica media?
More smooth muscles.
Yeah, smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are present in more amounts. Smooth muscles in more amount. Thick we'll find here. Next here, tunica media. Less. Compare with them. Smooth muscles are present. We say they are lesser. In less amounts. Next, tunica interna. Same, no matter here. Here we don't find any differences here. That endothelium are nothing but simple squamous epithelium. We can say here. Endothelium, or you can remember it as endothelium of blood vessels are made up of simple squamous epithelium. Here also the same. Tunica interna. Okay, endothelium, simple squamous epithelium. Okay. Simple squamous epithelium. Okay. Then wait, I'm getting your noise. Who is that? Who is that who is making noise here? I'm getting a noise continuously. Okay. Next, arteries begins at
Heart.
Begins at heart. Yeah, particularly left ventricle. Very good. Next, veins begins at
Body parts.
yeah, at body parts. Very good. Next difference. Then arteries ends at yeah, arteries ends at body parts, and veins ends at heart, particularly right atria. Why you are saying only right atria? You can say left atria also. And why you are saying only left ventricle? You can say right ventricle also.
The left ventricle afterwards it will come, no sir.
Whatever. That means.
So arteries carrying, no sir. So
lungs.
Means here we are asking beginning and end.
Yeah, beginning, both begins there only. Okay, let me show you that as a next difference here. Let me show you, otherwise you will confuse over. Okay, so there are two atria. Okay, two atria. Who ends in the right atria? Vena cava. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Next, who ends in the left atria?
Pulmonary vein.
Yeah, that's it. Veins, both atria. All atria receive. Veins only, but actually we did a small mistake. We did this in artery. Okay, let me do here. Let me do this here. Okay, see this. This is the heart. So what we are saying here, arteries, sorry, veins. Veins ends at. Means if I ask you superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, it ends at right atria. Then if I ask you if it is pulmonary vein, it ends at left atria. So whatever it may be, ends at right atria and left atria. Okay. Next, here arteries begins from
Ventricles.
yeah, we need to talk about this. Ventricle, right ventricle. Who is beginning from right ventricle?
Pulmonary.
Yeah, pulmonary aorta. Beginning at pulmonary aorta. And that from left ventricle, who is beginning? Right ventricle, left ventricle, left systemic aorta. Okay, so that you have to remember. Okay, so that means this is beginning and this is ending. Okay, next, let's continue. Let's continue the differences here. Differences between the arteries and veins. Differences between artery and veins. Yes. Now you say about lumen.
Lumen is narrow, artery.
Lumen of artery is narrow.
Narrow.
What's the number? 60.
7.
Yeah, 7. Lumen. Narrow. Lumen. Wide.
Wide.
Yeah, lumen narrow, lumen wide. Okay.
Wide.
Next, blade. Means what type of blade?
Bones.
Oxygenated blade.
From right ventricle deoxygenated.
Need to say that only. All arteries except
pulmonary aorta.
Yeah, except pulmonary aorta. All arteries except pulmonary aorta. In a similar way, here also, blade.
Always except
Deoxygenated blade. Deoxygenated blade, except all veins except pulmonary vein. All veins except pulmonary vein. Okay. All veins except pulmonary vein. Chalo. Next. Next, color of the blade. Color. So actually, in color, what I mean, you learn in breathing and exchange of gases. If the blood is oxygenated, blood color, oxygenated blood color is going to be bright red. The blood color of oxygenated is going to be bright red. In that context, we can say here, in that context, we can call that the blood of arteries is going to be bright red, except the same again. Bright red, oxygenated blood, bright red, that we can say here also the same, color, dark red, we need to say here, dark red, color, total deoxygenated blood, excepting that, deoxygenated blood. So that's why we can say the color is going to be dark red. So we add here, that also, add the 10. In case of pulmonary aorta or pulmonary artery, that blood color is dark red because that contain deoxygenated blood. Then here, in case of pulmonary vein, it contain, we can say it as a bright red because it contain oxygenated blood. So that you might have understand when, but we'll write here no matter. Deoxygenated blood, and why it is bright red? Oxygenated blood. Okay. So general and exception, both we did here, general and exception. Any doubts?
No.
Yeah. So do you notice any other differences here in case of artery and vein? Did you notice any other differences that we can continue? Between the artery and vein?
function.
Yes?
Arteries are always collecting the blood, veins always
Very good, very good, very good. The arteries all in collection except no exception. No exception at all. So let me write that. No exception at all. You think little bit, you'll understand. Otherwise, I'll say now. What's the number? 10. Yeah. Now, all arteries in supply. No doubt about that. All veins in collection. That's all. No doubt about that. Let me show you. Let me show you with diagram. Otherwise, you'll get confused. What is the function of pulmonary artery? Supplies to lungs. Then here, supplies to body parts. Yeah, we can say here, there is no doubt about this. Yeah, okay, now let's talk about veins. Let's talk about veins. What that vena cava is doing? Yeah, collect from body parts. Collects from body parts. Vena cava is collecting from body parts. Okay. Then what left atria, this one is doing pulmonary vein.
Collects the blood from lungs.
Yeah, that's all we can say here without any exception. What blood they are collecting, no matter. Collects blood from lungs, that's all. What blood they are collecting, no matter. Just they are doing collection or not. That only matters. That only matters. Clear? Any doubts? Yeah. As any other differences that we can continue this? Any other differences? Flow of blood. You will have two options here. Continuous and discontinuous. In artery, continuous or discontinuous? Discontinuous.
Discontinuous.
Why? Because, yeah, 72 times it is discontinuous. Whenever contraction occurs, blood flow occurs. During relaxation, that it is going to be slower, isn't it or not? Yeah, so that means this 72 times it is discontinuous per 1 minute. Then vein, blood flow of blood. Because we are coming from the body parts, definitely blood flow is continuous, not related to the heart. They are coming. So that's why here continuous. Okay. So here we can say wavy. We can use that word, wavy, wave-like. Here continuous. Next, about valves in artery, about valves. Yeah, absent, we can say here. Except. Yeah, except semilunar valves, where they are present at the basis of yeah, pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery and left systemic artery. Who is that? I think when you switch on your audio, I think I am listening your surroundings. Who is that? Because of that, what's the class is going on? Radio like. Signal is getting, signal not getting. Likewise, we are getting. So I request the student not to open their audio, or else you reach a safe place. Safe place means calm place, and you open there. So I think you are in continuous air flow. The top floor or on outside the home. I don't know where you are. Okay, so valves. About valves here. Yeah, veins all over the vessel except all over except opening of vena cava. You don't have valves there. Yeah, opening of vena cava into right atria. Opening of vena cava into right atria. Opening of pulmonary veins into left atria. They don't have valves, isn't it? All over the body they have valves. Opening of pulmonary vein into left atria, excepting that area, that valves are present all over, present all over. Otherwise, you'll be confused. Present all over. So that's it. Think like this. You will get more differences between the arteries and veins. All these are not mentioned in the text NCERT, but these are going to be questions as in the form of application. A single difference we didn't brought from outside. We are not going to see any rocket science. Yes, we are not going to see any MBBS syllabus. What we are doing here, whatever the information we have, that we are just sorting all that information. Now, yes, any differences from your side, or I do continue. Yes. Blood pressure. Very good. Blood pressure in arteries. If I say 120 in artery, how much in vein?
80.
He expected. That's why I'm asking. Otherwise, you will think itself in the examination itself. Here only, we have to discuss that. That systolic pressure by diastolic pressure. We'll discuss. Time is time permit. Today only we'll discuss. 120 by 80 here only, particularly in artery which is arising from that left ventricle, left systemic aorta. Means here from left systemic aorta to to the body parts which is going here. So there we are testing this particular. So complete pressure here only. Simply we can say here pressure is more. Okay, at the time of systole, at the time of diastole. Pressure is more. Systolic pressure and diastolic pressure that you are observing. Here blood pressure comparatively less. In case of veins, the blood pressure is comparatively less. In arteries, blood pressure is more. Okay. Chalo. Next. Yes. Anything else? No. Not like that. Purkinje fibers belongs to the heart. No matter with artery and vein. Yeah, they are no matter with artery and vein. Okay, I am giving hint. Location. We will have two options to see. Peripheral and deeply seated.
Peripheral veins.
Yeah, very good. These are deeply seated. Arteries you will find inside. Location of veins is peripheral. Okay, location of veins is peripheral. That means here if you see anywhere in a body, but generally I'm showing in the your hand. If it is your hand, you can see immediately on the surface what we can see? Veins. Yeah, you can see veins. Deeply seated. That means inside you'll find arteries. Outside, definitely you can see veins. Okay, generally injection they'll give intravenous, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, IV is so easy. IV fluid, that most times we use this word IV. It's very difficult to give to the artery. Okay, so okay, whatever. If I give to vein, where it goes?
Heart. Goes to the heart and from there.
Yeah, very good. That I am very happy for this answer. That means I am successful injecting that concept into your brain. Intravenous. So that means vein to heart to all over the body. Yeah, all over the body. Okay, vein to heart and heart to all over the body. Okay, if you give artery, very few injections they give to the artery. If you give to the artery, what happens? Means imagine if I give to this artery, it will go to here like this, first of all. Means respected body part, where I am giving, there it will go. That's why that very less times we use this word intra-arterial injection. That most times intravenous fluid, IV fluid we say, IV injection, likewise, whatever. And the reason here they are peripherally seated, first thing, then peripheral. And moreover, when you give to the injection to the veins, that will go to the heart first of all. That will go to the heart first of all. Then clear? Any doubts? Yeah. Okay. Now we have some limited structure. That means on the limited way we have some restricted to some certain blood vessels. In that angle, we have some differences here. Almost all we can say we are completed, but these things are also going to be questions in the NEET in respective chapters. But we started, that's why we'll see that also. Okay, we'll see that also. Do you know who synthesized urea? Liver synthesize urea. Okay, liver synthesize urea. Who collect that excretory wastage from there? Liver. Hepatic vein. Hepatic vein. Where it reaches? Liver, hepatic vein. Postcaval vein. Liver, hepatic vein, postcaval vein, which reaches to the right atrium of the heart, and then right atrium to right ventricle to pulmonary artery. We have a bigger choice of question. That's why I'm writing whole here. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary artery to, wait. Pulmonary artery should go to the left side room. Pulmonary artery. And pulmonary artery goes to the left atrium. Then left atrium. Okay, lungs. Pulmonary artery to the lungs. And from the lungs, we are collecting towards the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein opens into left atrium. Left atrium opens into left ventricle. Left ventricle opens into left systemic aorta. Left systemic aorta to renal artery. Actually, this particular sequence tomorrow also we are going to do when we start excretory system. But renal artery. Okay. So now the renal artery is giving to the kidney. Means it was the journey we did in the basic class. A journey from liver who synthesize urea. Then you will find after synthesis, these are all the questions here. All these are the questions. Where you see urea in large amount. In that all are veins you see here. Hepatic vein, postcaval vein. Then after accepting this one, accepting this artery, accepting pulmonary artery, and here left systemic artery, that we can say here, renal artery. Okay, now after giving urea to the kidney, what about renal vein? It has more urea or less urea? Yeah, you already dumped. Means here you imagine it's a waste material, urea. We started from the liver. So that's why we can see here in hepatic vein, postcaval vein, right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary artery, lungs, pulmonary vein, left atrium, left ventricle, left systemic aorta, till renal artery, you will find urea in large amounts. Okay. Now you already dumped urea. So now who is coming out from the kidney? Renal vein, less urea. Just I am making a basic here. Tomorrow also we are going to discuss in excretory system the same scenario that we can say here. Okay, so that's it. Then next means it was an application from excretory system. So similar kind, and I'm going to end up with this particular, because when we start like this, in every chapter, you'll find the body fluid circulation applications, you'll find over that we are seeing all the things in that particular respected human physiology chapters. So that's why now I'm going to end up with oxygen transport and carbon dioxide transport. Oxygen and carbon dioxide transport. Just I will ask you that you need to say here. First of all, if I ask you carbaminohemoglobin, what is the beginning? Carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin. HbCO2, isn't it? We say. Yeah, okay. That means we have to start somewhere else, isn't it, Anand? Who will connect? Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Okay. Then after that goes to the right atrium. Then after that goes to the right ventricle. Then after right atrium to right ventricle. Then after, yeah, pulmonary aorta. That means here in aorta cases, we have to say here pulmonary aorta. Next.
Lungs.
Yeah, we get reached to the lungs, and after that we dumped it, isn't it or not? We dumped in the lungs. So that's why after that you don't find this carbaminohemoglobin. So got my point here? After that, when we go to the lungs, what we did, HbCO2 will divide into Hb and CO2, we dump it into the particular area. Then in the same way, if I ask you H+ ions, same way here, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary aorta. Then after we dumped here in chloride shift, if you remember, we did that particular area. In that area we did, if you remember, isn't it? Yeah. So that's it about arteries and veins here. Now we are ending up with this particular area with the portal circulation by making a brief on portal circulation. We are ending up the differences between the arteries and veins. That portal circulation is possible for veins or arteries?
Veins.
Yeah, it's for veins only. Let me show you. It's for veins only. It's for veins. That there is a vein called inferior vena cava, which is collecting blood from the posterior part of the body, the inferior vena cava, who is collecting the posterior part of the body, the inferior vena cava. So we know that when we ask about inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, we usually say that they are collecting blood from all over the body. But here, there is another special branch here, branch office we have, which is collecting blood from the alimentary canal. The branch office which is collecting blood from the alimentary canal is hepatic portal vein. We have seen this already in the digestive system, but it's my formality here. Should I explain here also? Hepatic portal vein collecting blood from alimentary canal, collecting blood from the gut and opening into the liver. That means, can I say here, liver collect blood from gut, isn't it? Yeah, liver collects blood from gut. And after that, there is a vein called hepatic vein. Hepatic vein. Inferior vena cava. So that's it. What are the uses? All that we have seen already in the earlier classes. So just I want to show this. There is a portal system. We call this particular portal system, we call it as a hepatic portal system. Local circulation, we can say here. It is said to be local circulation. Along with pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation, we have a unique vascular connection exists between the digestive tract and liver. We called it as a hepatic portal system. This hepatic portal vein carries blood from the intestine to the liver. Blood from the intestine to the liver. This is NCERT line you see here. As I already shown to stomach, intestine, large intestine, I shown total. But if people noticed over, they are collecting blood from intestine. In the NCERT it is given. Okay, when you go to MBBS classes, you might have no lineogastric vein, which is from the spleen and stomach, the duodenal vein from duodenum, superior mesenteric vein, ileum, cecum, and colon, inferior mesenteric vein, colon, rectum, anus. Likewise, we have individual branches and their names. But now the text said hepatic portal vein is collecting blood from the intestine. So you should not say like that, sir. You said from whole gut, but it is given in examination intestine. That unfortunately will find stomach also in the option. But when stomach and intestine will come over, you people need to select intestine. Why, sir? That is there in NCERT. That's all. There is no logic at all. That's why I'm saying here, this is not the people, the game of the people who know more. This is the game of the people who know what is required. That's a need actually, that they are following NCERT exclusively. Exclusively NCERT text. Okay. So that's it about portal circulation. We have the little portal circulation in the, that least kind of local circulation in the hypothalamus and pituitary gland also. But I am going to discuss that in chemical control and coordination chapter only. So that's why we are leaving here. And let us discuss about a coronary system. As a heart is supplying blood to all over the body, that we know, heart is supplying blood to all over the body, then the question raises here, for 72 times beat per minute, continuously in the work, the muscles are in continuous contraction, isn't it or not? The muscles of the heart require energy or not? Do they require energy or not? They continuously require energy. They continuously require supply of nutrients. Then the question raises here that blood vessel is required or not. Definitely blood vessels are required. For whom? To supply blood to the muscles of the heart. To supply blood to the muscles of the heart. Okay. So that is the basic thing you have to remember here, that we know that from the left ventricle is responsible to supply to all over the body. Is it not? Isn't it not? Left ventricle with the help of left systemic aorta. In the same way, it has a branch to our heart even. We call that as coronary artery. Coronary artery. So that means from the left systemic aorta supplies blood to body parts, we are saying. Then there is a blood vessel called coronary artery turns our side, that means heart side, and that particular coronary artery is supplying blood to the muscles of the heart. So now I am rotating my blood vessel, you should not understand this is happening in the lumen. Into the walls of the heart, it is happening. Then question raises here, sir, who collects blood from the from the wall of the heart? Again, same veins will collect. Who are they? Coronary vein. We can say here coronary vein. Where they come and open? Coronary vein opens into the left precaval vein, particularly left precaval vein. Okay, their opening into the left precaval vein is guarded by valve of Thebetius. It doesn't matter to us. Whatever given NCERT that you have to go for. So we are talking about a special coronary system where I'll make here with my limitations. I'm going to make a particular sequence here: heart, then left ventricle, heart, left ventricle, left systemic aorta, heart, left ventricle, left systemic aorta, And then now we need to talk about this coronary circulation. A coronary artery will get raised here. A coronary artery which goes to the, which supplies blood to the muscles of the heart, which is very, very essential here, isn't it or not? Means heart is beating continuously from the birth. Actually, we should not say from the birth. After 1 month, in the mother uterus, 1 month onwards, you can hear the heartbeat. So that means the beat which gets started from, if your age is 15 years, your heart age is 15 years, 8 months, started beating, and till the time it didn't stop over, hope so, for coming 85 years, that all you live for 100 years. That means the whole lifespan, heart should beat over. Continuous supply of nutrients and energy is required for the heart, that particular heart muscles. That means whatever we are saying, tunica externa, tunica media, tunica interna, whatever we call. So that particular, all of them require the blood circulation, which we call that circulation as a coronary circulation. We call it as coronary circulation, a special coronary system of blood vessels present in the human body, exclusively for the circulation of the blood to and from the heart, which we are talking here, blood to and from. To we get reach coronary artery, that to the cardiac musculature. We'll write here, cardiac musculature. Where it is going, sir? Coronary artery is going to the cardiac musculature, cardiac muscles, which is going, supplied to required nutrients and collected nutrients and oxygen, we can say here. And after that, it should collect or not. The right and left coronary arteries we'll find here, right and left, two we have. Right and left coronary arteries will supply blood to the whole cardiac musculature and collection. Who need to collect? The 4 cardiac veins or coronary veins, we can say here. Coronary vein. From there, let me change the color here. From there, the 4 coronary veins are collecting. 4 coronary veins. No need to remember the number, just formality. So these coronary veins opens into coronary sinus. These coronary veins opens into coronary sinus. Where does this coronary sinus open? Where should it go? It has to go to the right atrium. It has to go into the right atrium, isn't it? So that's what we are talking about. The right atrium, particularly through that valve of Thebetius. It was guarded by valve of Thebetius. Just I am writing here, right atrium of the heart. Right atrium of the heart. Okay. So if anything happened in any of the blood vessel, that means a blood vessel going to the hand, brachial artery we say. There is an artery that no need to remember the name, brachial artery. Okay. So if anything happened, any blockage in the brachial artery, what happens? The hand may be get affected over supply of nutrient, oxygen, isn't it? But imagine if this coronary artery having a blockage, definitely it may affect the heart. That means heartbeat is getting affected. That means that may lead to the heart attack. That we have to discuss in the coming class. That the heart attack, all that, for all of them, the base is itself. That's what we are talking about. The base is coronary artery only. Okay. Then let me know that little interesting item it is, not there in NCERT. Vasa Vasuram means here we said about the bigger blood vessel, arteriole, artery, left systemic aorta, dorsal aorta. The bigger vessels are present, isn't it? That for bigger vessels, they are the bigger vessels, okay. That means that vessels also require, that particular vessels also require. Imagine this is a bigger blood vessel with tunica externa, media interna. Interestingly, this blood vessel is also vascularized. Means here that these blood vessels also require nutrients and oxygen. So that's why whom we call Vasa Vasorum, the blood vessels which supply blood to the blood vessels. Supply blood to the, that means nutrients. Blood to the blood vessels. That means here larger blood vessels. That we can see vasa vasorum. We can call it as vasa vasorum. That was an interesting issue here about this particular vasa vasorum. This is all about arteries and veins. That arteries and veins, differences between the arteries and veins. So these concepts are going to be questioned here, that most of the times from the beginning of the NEET, that means here NEET begins 3-4 years only back, that earlier stages we used to say APMT. From the beginning of the NEET, that we are getting questions, applications from here only, from blood, that artery and veins. That means here concept-based questions are asking from here. So that's why from the beginning of the digestion and absorption chapter onwards, we get started that looking towards that body fluids and circulation. We are not leaving this chapter for next chapter also, because everything is circulation only. That means depends upon the blood vessel. When we started oxygen transport, we require body fluid circulation. When we want to supply the nutrients to the body, we require body fluids and their circulatory patterns. And next class, next coming days, we are discussing excretory system, even the same. So that's why this is going to be a very important and a very bigger chapter, that we are going to conclude this particular chapter in the next class. That's going to be the last class for the body fluid circulation, where we discuss about the regulation of the cardiac activity and respiratory rhythm, that all that we have to discuss. There itself we'll discuss about the blood pressure, all that issues. Okay, then here